Participate. Get homie up, let's collaborate. You can hit the homie up, but let's collaborate. Unless your shit whack, man, whack though. You can get your money back though. Heard that Omega made it. Don't get mad, no hate, just participate. Just to let you know. You heard? So we are live though, just to let you know.
Say that, say that.
We've been live though. I'm just
Okay, alright, that's good to know. Good shit, good shit. Cause I'll be snapping sometimes, I ain't gonna cap.
I'm waiting for this paycheck to hit, man.
So really,
What? Fudge.
they should pay you by the day, like, not by the week.
Pay you about a month. I'm waiting on it right now. Waiting on that.
I heard that,
I ain't asked for nothing. I've been sturdy with it. On now, come on.
yeah. A whole vibe off them drums right there.
That's it too, right? That's it for the weed too, right?
Huh?
That's it for the weed too, right?
Nah, we got one more. Maybe two more.
Good. Yeah, the next one I gotta roll.
I think it might be this rat. See, it's not trying to burn. I say I rolled this.
You a
joint
loose
pretty
roller.
I rolled this joint pretty alright, if I do say so myself. It's not me this time, I promise. If it was, I'd take responsibility, but nah, this joint not trying to burn like.
Yo. You been practicing your 490? No.
I haven't, to be honest. I haven't.
And then, don't worry about it. Worry about it, nigga.
I am worried about it. I'm worried about it.
I be downstairs in that basement. Gotta do what I gotta do, man. Stay in shape.
I gotta slide to get that shit
Slap
straight
the
too.
shit out of that nigga.
Matter of fact, what's going on tomorrow? Like, in the daytime,
I hope I got some money.
like, say that.
Waiting on it right now, man. What the fuck?
Work out like
You could.
buff too. Shit.
You could.
Getting stronger the better, like.
It's tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, no, it's Thursday.
Tomorrow, Thursday.
It's
cool.
It's right. It's a bad joint.
Yo, I keep on, whenever I'm going live now, I'm going on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I guess I'll do Facebook on normal. I'll do a normal Facebook shit. But I'm building up this YouTube.
Yeah, that Facebook infrastructure is up to date.
If we all skipping the shit, you see how smooth this shit coming out right here? This will be just the live I just was on.
That's 30.
Something wrong with my motherfucking keypad. I can't scroll up. Like I can't scroll up. Like I can't do my toothpick and scroll.
I mean, what does that do on YouTube?
Well, it moves it.
full
look.
screen. I ain't never know I did shit.
Look.
Hey, we a regular screen,
Alright.
yeah. Now see, now that's not working. But you was a full screen. I was about to say full screen. What that do? Alright, I feel you though. I don't know why that is. Check your mouse settings, like.
It just happened. It just fucked up, man. Everything was rolling smooth, and then, so you know, HP about to go down. Oh shit. Alright. Let's go. I just see some shit on the tube. We about to get into it, man. Damn, I'm live on the tube.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. You don't need to build a business to generate a solid income.
Drake, you did the same thing twice now. You mentioned Virginia Williams or whatever, Pusha T's wife, and we saw that the gloves off, and we saw what happened. You mentioned Whitney, and Kendrick Lamar's wife name is Whitney. You have to be prepared for anything.
You said you were open about porn. What type of porn are you watching? What is your thing?
It's top.
Wow. Holy.
Highest tier of top givers. That's really what I'm
I see.
consistently like on a daily basis.
So Drake's baby mama, Sophie Brousseau, the woman who claimed the OVO star got her pregnant last year, is currently a painter selling artwork through her own website, but she previously was a video vixen doing softcore porn under the names Rosie Divine and French Rosa.
So Drake's baby mama, Sophie Brousseau, the woman who claimed the OVO star got her pregnant last year, is currently a painter, selling artwork through her own website. But she previously was a video vixen, doing softcore porn under the names Rosie Divine and French R. But y'all, Drake must have the worst PR team in the world because he just keeps shooting himself in the foot. And it looks like he won't stop until Kendrick buries his career and no one takes him seriously. So after all the petty moves he pulled, the lies, the corny bars, the PDF file allegations, Drake decided the best way to address this drama was to diss Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, again. Yes, you heard that right. Drake is coming for Whitney and throwing shade at her in the most petty, cowardly way you can imagine. So Drake decided to mock Whitney's looks, and he hired a look-alike model for his new OVO clothing brand, Celery, referencing Whitney's cameo in the music video for Kendrick's viral diss track, Not Like Us. Kendrick's Not Like Us video featured cameos from Whitney and their 2 children, with Whitney showing off her sleek dance moves and effortlessly shutting down Drake's failed attempt to destroy her family. However, Drake is playing with fire again because sources close to Kendrick are saying he's getting ready to go nuclear on him. After all, Kendrick did say in Not Like Us that the rabbit hole is deep and he can go further if Drake pushes him again. But see, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, is not the first woman Drake tried to use to get back at a man he had beef with. Drake actually has a long history of shading wives, girlfriends, and even daughters of the men he has issues with. He did it with Pusha T's fiancée, Virginia, DJ Mustard's ex, Rick Ross's ex, and he was even recently caught creeping on rapper Mos D's daughter, who just turned 18. It's extremely odd that every single time Drake gets into a beef with someone, he instantly starts to disrespect their relationship partner. And then, how about the fact that Drake is pushing 40 and he still hasn't had one serious relationship? No woman has ever publicly claimed Drake as her boyfriend, and even the ones who dealt with him quickly ran away as far as they could and never looked back. None of the girls in Drake's dating history stayed long-term. It seems like they like the idea of dating Drake, but once they get to know him, they don't last long. You've got to wonder why. I mean, at this point, there's no denying that Drake has a super weird relationship with women, and this doesn't get brought up enough. So what's up with Drake shading Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, again? Is Kendrick really cooking up another diss track to put him in his place? Let's break it down.
Right now, I feel like I get into this habit of dating like 4 or 5 women to make one woman.
Yeah.
I like these like 2 things about this girl, and then I like what this girl does for a living.
So, if you've somehow missed it, Drake has been taking jabs at Kendrick and his family for what feels like forever now. You'd think, after Kendrick absolutely humiliated him in front of everyone and exposed all his lies, Drake would have the decency to step back and maybe do some soul-searching, right? Well, think again. Drake, being Drake, just can't let it go. And he's back at it again, throwing shade and being his petty self. But get this, instead of going head-to-head with Kendrick, Drake has taken a sneaky turn and is now once again targeting Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney. His latest stunt is not even clever. It's just downright weird. Since this is not the first time Drake went after the fiancée or girlfriend of one of his rivals, fans are saying Drake must be secretly jealous of Kendrick's life. Kendrick and Whitney are high school sweethearts, and they have a mature, drama-free relationship, something Drake just can't seem to grasp. It's starting to seem like he's envious of that. Think about it. Drake did the same with Rihanna and Serena Williams. He was obsessing over them for years, publicly proclaiming his love. But once they moved on and started a family with someone else, he started dissing them and their husbands. Honestly, Drake is like that self-proclaimed nice guy who calls the girl ugly after she rejects him. So what's Drake's game plan here? Why is he dragging Kendrick's fiancée into this mess again? Is he just being his usual petty self? Or is he sending a message that he has another diss track up his sleeve? Drake mocks Whitney. It seems like Drake just can't let go of his feud with Kendrick, and he's taken things to a whole new level of pettiness. Get this, he's gone ahead and hired a model for his OVO clothing brand who looks very similar to Kendrick's fiancée, and fans are saying there's no way this was a coincidence. The model in question is a woman named Braden Ferguson, and once photos of her rocking OVO's newest collection were posted on Instagram, fans immediately started buzzing about how she's practically a clone of Whitney. We're talking same hairstyle, same vibe, and she's even wearing a white tank top just like the one Whitney sported in the Not Like Us video. I mean, what are the odds Drake would just happen to pick a model who looks almost exactly like Kendrick's fiancée? Fans are totally calling him out on it, saying he's being a weirdo for once again going after women instead of directly responding to Kendrick. One fan commented, "This just proves weirdo behavior, and a lot of women, especially black women, see exactly who and what you are. It only proves your disconnection from real, mature, adult women. It's not a move of a man or team of men, but little boys. Who is your marketing manager and PR person? Clearly there are issues in your camp. Sickening," another person wrote. Addressing men by going after their women is a habit with Drake. It confirms he is a lame. But you know what's also weird? Drake first tried to push this narrative in his diss tracks that Whitney is a victim and that Kendrick mistreats her, but now he's mocking her. So if he really believes she's a victim of domestic violence, DV, why go after her? Drake first referenced Whitney on his diss track Duppy Freestyle with the line, "I be with some bodyguards like Whitney." It's a double-meaning lyric with Drake comparing himself to Whitney Houston, who famously starred in the 1992 romance movie The Bodyguard. However, the bar is also a dig at Kendrick's fiancée, Whitney, who appeared on the cover of Kendrick's 2022 album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, being guarded by Kendrick and his hidden gun. However, Drake didn't stop there. On his May diss track, Family Feud, he takes it a step further, alleging that Whitney is a victim of DV and that one of her kids was fathered by Kendrick's longtime friend, Dave Free. Drake again uses a Whitney Houston metaphor with the bar. On Some Bobby is, "I want to know what Whitney need," referencing Bobby Brown's DV of Whitney. He then goes on to say that Kendrick and Whitney's puppy love was over in their late teens, and he wonders why Kendrick never holds his son in pictures. Then, Drake makes some bold allegations about Whitney being a victim and one of Kendrick's kids being Dave Freeze. Drake raps, "You a dog and you know it, you just play sweet. Your baby mama captions always scream, 'Save me.' You did her dirty all your life, you trying to make peace. I heard that one of them little kids might be Dave Free." Later on in the track, Drake doubles down on the DV allegations against Kendrick, rapping, "When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense? 'Cause she bigger than you. They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen." Now, it's still not clear what possessed Drake to use this angle and spread rumors about Kendrick putting his hands on Whitney, considering there is zero evidence of this ever happening outside of online gossip. Also, after Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, Whitney's brother, Taylor Alford, publicly showed support to Kendrick on X, saying, "FM bro." So, if Drake's allegations are true, then Taylor vocally supporting a guy who supposedly puts his hands on his sister and is the father of her kids doesn't really track. What's also interesting is that Kendrick actually addressed this on the track Euphoria before Family Feud even dropped, and he correctly predicted that Drake would fabricate lies about his family because he misunderstood his album Mr. Morale. But probably the best rebuttal of all was Whitney's appearance in the music video for Not Like Us, where she happily dances with Kendrick and the kids, shutting down Drake's whole narrative about Whitney supposedly being a victim who always looks like she's screaming for help. But just for argument's sake, let's say Drake was right, and Whitney really was a victim of DV. If that were true, well then Drake just proved he couldn't care less about victims, because why would he mock Whitney by hiring a model who looks like her for his new OVO collection just to mock her? If Whitney is a DV victim, why doesn't Drake leave her alone and target Kendrick directly? See, this is why most can't take Drake seriously anymore, not to mention this isn't the first time Drake went after a girlfriend or wife of a rapper he was beefing with. It's like every rap diss Drake ever did, he had to mention his opponent's girl. He went after Serena Williams after beefing with her ex Common. He later went after Serena directly and called her husband a groupie. He used Nicki Minaj as a punchline when he was dissing Meek Mill. He name-dropped Pusha T's fiancée, Virginia. He's been shading Rihanna and A$AP Rocky ever since Rihanna friend-zoned him. He alluded to The Weeknd's ex, Bella Hadid, on Family Feud, calling her a 9. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. But can we talk about how Drake has an obsession with throwing dirt on other men's girlfriends and wives when he, at almost 40 years old, has had zero normal public relationships? He has all this fame, hit songs, and money that he brags about, but he's never had a girlfriend that publicly claimed him. So why is that? Why has no woman he supposedly likes or loves claimed him as their boyfriend or partner? Drake's bizarre love life. Drake has been linked to many famous women over the years, from Rihanna to J-Lo, SZA, and Kat Dennings to Hailey Bieber and Tyra Banks. But see, Drake is yet to have a long-term public relationship. The closest he came to having one was Rihanna. At least that's what he claimed. Rihanna, however, never claimed Drake. And after she was done with him, she didn't even want to be friends anymore. Now, Drake choosing to live that bachelor lifestyle may be odd to some, but that's his business at the end of the day. The problem is that he loves to mock other people's relationships and has a long track record of dissing women he once used to obsess over. Take Rihanna, for example. She's moved on from Drake years ago and has 2 children with A$AP Rocky, and yet Drake is still throwing shots at her in songs like A Bitter Ex. On his 2023 album, For All the Dogs, Drake randomly decided to bring up Rihanna, shading her for supposedly being average in the bedroom. And this is a whole 6 years after Rihanna completely cut ties with Drake and stopped even mentioning his name. On the track Fear of Heights, Drake raps, Yeah, and the ex was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti because I had it with you. Okay, I'm anti like your daddy's sister. Anti like a family picture. And I had way better than you. But how embarrassing is this? You'd think with all his success, Drake would have better things to do than take shots at a woman who rejected him nearly a decade ago and has since moved on to have a whole family. And it doesn't stop there. Drake went even further by making references to A$AP Rocky with lyrics like, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be. Girl can't ruin me, better him than me." And what makes this whole cringe fest even worse is that Drake had a long-standing, very public infatuation with Rihanna. I mean, he spent years practically worshiping her.
I wish I could every girl in the world. I wish I could every girl in the world. I wish I could every girl in the world. Maybe not every girl in the world. Maybe every girl in Toronto. Shout out to Rihanna, I love you, baby.
I think that we have a connection that's established for life, and that is that I love her and support her unconditionally, and I like to think that she feels the same way. And whenever
Still fancy her though?
do I fancy her? Of course. I mean, who wouldn't? Look at her, she's stunning. Of course I do. Yeah, no, she's incredible. But it's one of those things that it's a maybe one day, maybe not.
I'm 20. She is an amazing woman that made me feel nervous, man. She made me feel small. She's an overwhelming being. Like, she's beautiful and talented, and her personality is like, it's almost like scary. And for the first time, a woman just brought back that feeling of when I was 17 or 18, and I appreciate it so much.
I mean, she gives me inspiration, but it more comes in the form of, like when we dance, she just presses up against me a little extra hard, That's really my motivation to really do well.
And here's the funny part. While Drake was busy declaring his love, Rihanna never even acknowledged him as her boyfriend. She totally treated him like a groupie. And once their little fling ended, she didn't just move on. She publicly stated she didn't even want to be friends with him anymore. But Drake just wouldn't take a hint. At the 2016 VMAs, Drake went all out and publicly professed his love for Rihanna while presenting her with a Vanguard Award. But judging by her reaction, it was crystal clear the feeling was not mutual.
But most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one. She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
A lot of fans were quick to call out Drake for hijacking Rihanna's spotlight and making it all about his feelings. Guess what? Rihanna felt exactly the same way as the rest of us, cringing at home. In an interview with Vogue, she spilled the tea, saying that wading through Drake's speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. "I don't like too many compliments, and I don't like to be put on blast," Rihanna explained. But that's not all. She also made it clear that she's cut ties with Drake and no longer considers him a friend. She said, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is, Mrug." So this interview was 6 years ago, and since then, Rihanna hasn't mentioned Drake in public, not once. But guess what? Drake is still throwing shade at her. On his Kendrick diss track, Family Matters, Drake again went after Rihanna and A$AP Rocky, bragging about how he slept with Rihanna first and basically mocking Rocky for being a family man. Drake addresses Rocky saying, "I don't even know you rap still because they're only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have a kid again before you think of dropping any again." Is Drake implying it's a bad thing to put your children and family before your rap career? Like, how did he think this was in any way a disservice to Rocky? On the other hand, this actually makes sense coming from Drake, since he tried to hide the son he had from an adult movie star until Pusha T distracted him into being a present father. Put all his messy love life aside, the thing that Drake will have the hardest time coming back from is those PDF file allegations. Unlike the rumors he tried to spread about Kendrick putting his hands on Whitney, the PDF file narrative could be corroborated by Drake's long track record of befriending women below the age of 30. There are many examples of Drake getting close to young ones, and then the moment they turn 18, he makes his move. He allegedly did this with Kylie Jenner, whom he met when she was 15. Then there was model Bella Harris, who Drake met when she was 16, and they reportedly hooked up as soon as she turned 18. Befriending young...
Huge corporations are charging us more and more while they give us less and less,
while making record profits.
Senator Bob Casey is cracking down on corporate price gouging to put more money in your pocket.
Call Bob Casey and tell him to keep fighting for us.
Don't call him.
Check it out.
Nice. Blue Buffalo, huh? We have Nutrish. Well, Blue's got deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, Nutrish.
Young women you have no business talking to, and then the moment they hit a certain age, you make your move. Well, there's a name for this, and it starts with G. And don't even get me started on that whole Millie Bobby Brown situation, because all these years later, we're still waiting to hear a plausible explanation from Drake on why he was texting a 14-year-old telling her he missed her.
He's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to go and see him. I'm so excited, yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say? About boys. He helps me. Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. You know, that stays in the text messages.
So the fact that Drake, with his track record of shading women who rejected him, never having a stable relationship, and being accused of PDF file tendencies, is now mocking Kendrick's fiancée. Whitney is just embarrassing for Drake. Also, did Drake think Kendrick was just going to turn a blind eye to this? Well, guess what? It looks like Kendrick was just waiting for Drake to continue with his antics, so he could go down that rabbit hole he mentioned on Not Like Us. Kendrick's warning is clear. Now that Drake went after Kendrick's fiancée Whitney again, sources are saying Kendrick will go ballistic on Drake in an upcoming song and expose not just Drake, but also allegedly his industry higher-ups and their rumored crimes. So this is all still unconfirmed. But names like Universal Music's CEO Lucian Grange are being thrown into the mix. Word on the street is that Kendrick is on a mission to turn the whole industry upside down and expose all deviants. As for fans' reactions to Drake going after Whitney again, they're saying this is very on brand for Drake because he clearly has some deep-seated issues with women that he's never addressed. One fan said it's because he doesn't feel respected and has never felt accepted. From the outside looking in, he has deep insecurities that money and status can't change because his peers still view him as corny and lame. Essentially, he's the high school kid who didn't have many friends and never got girls, but glowed up after graduating and still holds resentment towards everyone else regardless of where he is in life. He uses women as chess pieces, and these are also women that wouldn't give him the time of day if he wasn't who he is today. Another person added, women don't like him and it pisses him off. But instead of trying to figure out why women don't like him and doing something about it, he acts like they're the problem. Drake would be an incel if he wasn't rich and famous. But how do you feel about Drake mocking Kendrick's fiancée Whitney again? And why do you think Drake acts the way he does towards women? I want to hear your theories, so drop your comments below and don't miss out on this next video.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar are two of the biggest rappers in the game. Even though they started out cool and worked together early in their careers, over the last 10 years, they've been quietly dissing each other. From going on tour together to dissing each other on major hits, this is the complete breakdown of the Drake vs. Kendrick beef and every shot they took at each other over the years. Drake and Kendrick first linked up in 2011.
Drake.
Actually, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. That was good, though. That was